What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Talk That Talk. If I sound a little under the weather, that's because I am. Your girl is recovering from COVID-19, okay? But I still wanted to give you guys the review on Real Housewives of Potomac Part 1 reunion, so let's get into it. Alright, so the ladies all come out and everybody looks really, really good, right? So we're just going to touch on some key points because your girl needs to go have a cup of tea and go back to bed. So the first thing I want to talk about is how Andy wrapped Candiace together like a bow, honey. So a lot of people may feel Team Andy, or how could he, against Andy, because he basically asked Candiace, like, how has that been working for you? How has the way that you respond to people and, just her aggressiveness and stuff like that been working for you? Here's my opinion on that. Now, Candiace has been rah at the mouth for years, okay? Ever since her and Monique got into it the year before they actually had the fight, where Monique was pregnant and Monique was saying, I'll drag you, and she was saying drag me outside in that at the park or wherever they were at. Candiace has been saying some aggressive, provocative statements and just trying people with her mouth. Now, to play devil's advocate a little bit, Kenya Moore does this, but she doesn't do it in a way where it's like drag me, fight me, meet me out in the parking lot. She doesn't encourage you to fist fight her, but she fights with her words. Now, I feel like Candiace is trying to do the same thing, but Candiace will tell you to meet me outside. There's a difference between fighting with your words and literally trying to start a fight with your words, encourage somebody to fight you with your words. So that's my take on it. I do feel like Candiace's words has gotten her into a lot of arguments and a fight. They have ignited the situation. They did not help simmer down the situation. I'm not going to say based off of her words is the reason why, like, she deserves something. I'm not saying that, but her words only ignite. They only heighten the issue. They don't simmer it down. And I feel like if you have a lot of people saying that to you, your husband Chris was trying to talk to her on the finale episode at the wedding, saying, you may feel a certain way or want to say something, but sometimes you just can't say it. I feel like she hasn't taken the advice from her husband. She's not listening to Giselle or Robin, because they were Team Mia. They saw no reason for Candiace to have treated Mia the way that she did by throwing the lettuce at her and calling and saying your mama, talking about her mom. And, and of course she had throw up of the mouth when she was in that situation and just kept saying more and more things and just didn't realize how foolish she looked. So I feel like a lot of the girls are now saying, yo, this is about your third, fourth time doing this, and it be leading to, a fight. So you need to watch what you say or whatever. But I feel like you could go argue with people and say things, but Candiace just takes it to another level, and it's just causing, whether it's a pulling of a hair across the table or throwing lettuce across the table. And then when after she's done doing it, she sits there and she plays victim after. And that's what pissed a lot of people off over the past year or so. And Andy, I have to say, I'm glad he asked the question, because a lot of us want to know how she feels. Like, do you feel like your behavior is getting you in better places or not? And then he's going in and he's like, well, why am I waking up to messages saying fire you? And I really think he has thought about it. I really think he's thought about it. It was like, Candiace is off the rails, and it has to do with her mouth. I feel like he thinks Candiace is off the rails, and it has to do a lot with her mouth. And I have to agree. Now, They are on a reality TV show, so everybody's going like this with the mouth. That's all you can do because you can't throw hands. You're not supposed to. So everybody's going at each other. But I don't know. She gotta put a lid on it. She gotta put a lid on it. She gotta cut it out with the Twitter fingers. You know, you calling people slave owners. You freaking body shaming women that just popped out a baby. Like, you doing the most. You're doing the most, and that's why a lot of people don't mess with you. But there were some people I feel that felt Andy had no right to sit there and try to accuse Candiace's mouth for the reason why the fight broke out and stuff like that. But you had to take something back from the situation and say, no, I didn't deserve to be hit. I didn't deserve to be in a fight or whatever with Monique. I said X, Y, and Z out of the situation. She said X, Y, and Z out of the situation. My takeaway is, well, maybe I'm going to chill out with and work on how I respond to people. Even if you weren't wrong. Because we have to do that in our everyday lives. Things happen, situations happen, and you have to say, okay, this is my wrong in it. This is what I think their wrong is in it. And then I'm going to work on X, Y, and Z. Even though I don't think I'm wrong, I'm going to work on X, Y, and Z. We have to do that in our everyday life. So, mama, jump on board and get it together. Now, with the Mia situation with the letters, Candiace was wrong. She was wrong. She was wrong. Now, did Mia say some shady things like, oh, you know, I only hang out with bosses, blah, blah, blah. Mia was in her bag that episode. Mia was feeling herself a little too much. She was drinking her own Kool-Aid too much. Okay? But her mom shouldn't have been thrown in it. Candiace threw something at Mia first. And that's where the issue is, my dear. That's where it is. We need to get Ian Levanzan on here and have a little heart-to-heart with Candiace, okay? Now, we're going to also talk about Giselle. There wasn't a whole lot of big moments in this part one. You know they're going to go a little easy on us, so this ain't going to be that long. But we're going to talk about Giselle real quick. Now, Karen admitted that she didn't want Giselle to go back to Jamal, and Karen seems a little more caring about Giselle right now when it comes to Jamal and the whole tax issue. I do think Karen was coming from a good place, telling Giselle, like, you need to lawyer up or whatever with the whole tax thing. And I think that Giselle should have been called out by Andy because you're on a reality TV show, hun, and everybody's marriage or partner, significant other is up for discussion. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of marriages broken through Bravo in this whole Housewives franchise. But if you're going to be on this show, you need to be open to talking about who you're dating. And you need to be open about talking about who you are no longer dating, who you've broken up with, and how it happened and why it happened, okay? If I'm sitting on here watching Housewives of Beverly Hills season 2 and 3, and we got a lady over here talking about drinking issues, divorces, suicide. We got them laying it all out on the table. Mama, you're going to have to tell me why you and Jamal broke up. You're going to have to tell me the correct time frame. You may even have to admit that it was possibly fake. You're going to have to delve it out. We're going to need every little last bit of it, okay? Or your behind's getting called out to the carpet and somebody's going to expose you. They already have, honestly. So if you feel like your no storylining aunts can get on here and not talk about your love life, but you want to talk about everybody else's, I don't need you on the show, mama. I'm going to need you to exit and make room for a scholar to be a full-time. And we going to see what she got to give. Okay? And you can be demoted to friend of. Because if you're not going to share your life, or if all we're going to get from you is the same construction on your home that we done got for the past 2-3 seasons or whatever, and a failed permit test from your baby girl, you can go. You can go. Okay? If you're not going to be fully committed to this, you can go. Because Here's the thing. If you don't want to feel like I don't have to give every side of my life or blah, you shouldn't be on reality TV. Nobody's saying you don't have the right not to give, to have things private. Nobody's saying that you can't have certain things private in your life, but that means that you shouldn't be on reality TV. You're on the wrong show. You need to go. You don't have a storyline. We're trying to give, Andy's feeding you a storyline at this point, at this reunion. He's feeding you. Oh my Lord, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. And then we'll talk about one other point and we'll wrap this up because this is getting a little long. So Candiace opened up about how her mom basically talking badly about her husband has ruined her relationship with her family. Her in-laws, it's hard for her to be around them because they're talking crap. Her mom was talking crap about Chris. And she don't know how to fix it or anything like that. Candiace, you may really have to just distance yourself from your mom until she learns to respect you and your husband. And until she gets it, you just have to keep your distance. And that's going to be one of the hardest things that you're going to have to do. But I don't really see any other way. You've already talked to your mom several times about boundaries and her place when it comes to you and your husband and all that, because this isn't the first time. So, it sucks. It's really, really crappy situation to be in, to feel like you had to pick between your family and your husband's family when you know your family's wrong. Because usually when your family is wrong, they can do no wrong in your eyes. Even if they are wrong, you don't want to believe they're wrong. But mama, you're going to have to distance yourself from your mom. You're going to have to call her a little bit less. And you're going to have to distance yourself because she's creating negativity and toxicity in your life. And it's just going to destroy you and your husband. And I know that relationship probably means the most to you. And you're going to need to treat Chris with a little more respect because I can't wait to hear Chris's comments on how Candiace talked to him. Because, child, I don't know how y'all making it. I don't support, marriages breaking up, especially with these Bravo couples because it's happening too much. But, Chris, I don't know how you deal with it. I've said this in my episode reviews. I don't know how you deal with it. And I'm going to say this one last thing before I turn this off. Mia, keep owning your stuff. Don't let these girls make you feel, like ill about yourself based off of what you used to do in your past. When she said she owned massage envies and she had to qualify herself and her man didn't give her nothing because them girls is itching. They reaching to find something out about you to try to claim that some man helped you get to where you are. When I think Mia got all that stuff she got herself and she found a man that had his own, but she was already picking herself up. She was already leveling up when she met him. And the fact that those girls try to say, oh, he didn't give you anything. No, he didn't. She said he didn't. Because I've inquired on how to own a franchise in the beauty industry. And you got to have coin. You got to have coin, okay? So if she said she had to self-qualify, and I knew exactly what she was talking about because I had looked into it myself. And she said she owned massage envies. Mia makes bank, and she did that shit on her own. And she done married somebody who also had a little coin. So y'all need to just leave me alone. And Mia own the hell out of it. Okay? And I'm going to leave y'all at that. We'll see y'all with part 2. And I'll see y'all next time.